Lixun, did something come to your mind? Captain Liu, Ye Jingshan's death is too strange. I don't have time to explain how. I want to take a look at his body. No problem. I'll handle things on Jinghui's side. Zheng, set up a roadblocks on the main roads in town. Reports me right away if you encounter anyone suspicious. Roger that. He's not going anywhere on my watch. Lixun, I'll wait for the outcome. Understood, Captain. I won't let you down. I'm annoyed because I feel like we had the story all wrapped up nicely, and now there's more? I've expected credits like 3 times now. The autopsy room is at the end of the hallway. Chan's family crime scene photos are hanging on the wall. Exploring the Chan's house was like a dream. After learning what everyone in the Chan family went through, I feel surreal looking at the way they died, as if I just woke up from a dream. The charred skeleton can be vaguely seen through the white cloth. The strong smell of fireworks greets you alongside the remaining warmth. It's as if the bones are still burning deep inside. Who are you? I am from ancient Greece. Are you Xingshui? I'm Lin. I'm new here. Oh, are you the rookie who passed out during the first dispatch? You'd have to bring it up. Never mind. Zheng wasn't any better when he joined the team. Captain Liu told me beforehand. You want to know if this body's my senior schoolmate, Ye? Ye? Your senior schoolmate? Ah, I used to call him like that. Xingshui, you and Dr. Ye graduated from the same school. We both graduated from Shangsheng Medical University. He graduated 2 years earlier than me. Did Dr. Ye study forensics as well? I would say he was half forensic. Well, during an anatomy class, Ye found something wrong with the organ of a donated corpse that died from a heart attack. Later, the lecturer invited the head of the forensic medicine department, a renowned individual in forensic science, Professor Liu, to perform an autopsy. After Professor Liu's autopsy, it was determined that the donated corpse was killed by medicine that can cause myocardial infarction. The suspect was arrested soon after that, and Ye became a star on campus. Professor Liu hoped that Ye could work with him. Although Ye's department didn't let him go, he investigated many cases with Professor Liu. That's why Dr. Ye said he knew a lot about cops. Yeah, everyone thought Ye was a rising star in the forensic field, but after graduation, he opened a small clinic in town. I heard that it was because his parents didn't want him to be a forensic doctor. They believed that this job would bring them bad luck. Professor Liu was also my supervisor. He seemed devastated every time this was brought up. Sorry for talking so much. It's okay. I want to know more about Dr. Ye anyway. Let's get down to business. You wanted to know if this corpse is Ye Jingshan, right? Yes, I need to do it as soon as possible because we're running out of time. It won't be easy because Ye was adopted and we couldn't find his blood relatives for many years. Additionally, there were too many samples in the clinic. Analysing them one by one will take too long. Xingshui, there's a way to determine in a short time. Oh, what is it? Are we going to summon his corpse? Summon his soul? I see. I didn't expect you to know this. So is this method feasible? It surely is, but the bones are severely damaged. Putting the bones into their original arrangement is a lot of work. The trainee my supervisor sent hasn't arrived yet. If I do this alone, it'll take a long time. So is there any other way? Can I help? I was hinting you should help me, silly. Oh, lovely. doesn't snap. That's really annoying. There we go. And then this one. Goes there. Goes there. Bush. Your hypothesis was right. Oh yeah, because he had his ribs broken, didn't he? So there should be signs of healing. Thanks for your hard work, Shinsui. I'll report this to Captain Liu. Shinsui, I know it's bad news regardless of whether Dr. Ye is dead or alive. There may be a hidden truth to this case. We'll definitely find him and ask him for the truth. Okay, thanks, Lee. You can use the phone in the office. Contact Captain Liu. Oh wow, it's just a skeleton. Hey, Captain Liu. Lixun, how are things going there? Shinsui has confirmed that the body isn't Ye Jingshan. Good. Good thing you noticed something was off. You can always find clues that others can't, just like your dad. We're going to check the bus stations and train stations. He's not going anywhere. Captain, can I ask you a favour? Chapter 7. Incinerate. Officer? How did you know it was me before I even started to talk? Almost no one knows this number. You answered a call from this number at the public phone market owned by the Chans. I guess you memorized the number back then. That's very impressive. You're very smart, Ye. You almost fooled everyone. But not you. If you had taken that train just now, your plan would have succeeded. Ye Jingshan, we have you surrounded. I asked my superior for some time to ask you some questions alone. You got me. I have nothing to say. This isn't an interrogation, it's an equal communication. Someone once taught me to exchange questions for questions. You probably also have a lot of questions for me. What's the point of doing this? I know you didn't poison the family. I don't want to pin it on the wrong person, but I also want to know why you did what you've done. I don't know what you're talking about. You've treated me as a pawn ever since I entered the clinic. You led me to investigate the Chan family case because you had created a new suspect for the case. You pretended to be a smoker in front of me, so I believed that you were burned to death in the fire due to your smoking habit. This way Zhao could be cleared of charges, and the real murderer will be burned to death while you escaped. I answered your question. Now it's your turn to answer mine. Why did you help Zhao escape the Chan family? I was trafficked here as a kid, but the townspeople are unaware of this. I barely share this secret with people. Zhao was trapped here just like me. I helped her, just like helping my patients. Her illness came from this place, so leaving here was her best treatment. It's my turn to ask a question. How did you discover I wasn't dead? The ribs. Your plan was very thorough, but the corpse gave you away. Which part of the body gave me away? The ribs. Your ribs were broken by Chan. Under normal circumstances, even if your ribs had recovered, there would still be fibrocartilage calluses. Our forensic expert spent the whole night putting the ribs together and found out the ribs didn't have any calluses. Seems like I underestimated your forensic expert. The forensic expert was none other than the student of the famous Liu. She was your schoolmate. My turn to ask a question. Why did you try to take the blame? I thought of the worst scenario when I helped Zhao develop an escape plan. But I didn't expect that the situation would get much worse. After her death, people called her a mad woman, a psycho, a murderer, which I didn't expect either. It was my plan that killed Zhao and Fang Fang. I should be the one to bear the charges. Dr. Ye, no one could predict that things would go in that direction. That was just my first reason. My second reason, since I was a child, my adoptive parents kept telling me that I was abandoned by my biological parents. My adoptive parents arranged a lot of things that I didn't want. I never resisted. I wanted to repay them for the kind act of nurturing me. They didn't tell me the truth until they were on their deathbeds. They'd been deceiving me for their whole life. After they passed away, I didn't shed a tear, nor did I feel relieved. The name Ye Jingshan still trapped me here. I wanted this name to bear all the charge, and I will start a new life with a new identity. Any other reasons? That counts as another question. It's my turn to ask. I left you with a question during our first call. How did you find these clues? I can communicate with the dead. There is a saying in the field of forensics that forensics is a profession that can communicate with the dead. Yes, but that's just an analogy. I can also communicate with the dead. I can see into their past. I know secrets that only the dead knows. Perhaps this unreasonable answer is the most reasonable. Can you continue to answer that question now? The last reason. Leaving Xingtan was Zhao's will and her expectation of me. On the day of the incident, she came to the clinic to buy medicine. Dr. Ye, do you have any Kanjian brand cough medicine? I happened to restock a batch recently. I'll get a pack for you. Thank you. Oh, Dr. Ye, Fang Fang and I will leave Xingtan next month. I come to say goodbye. I don't know if we'll have a chance to meet again in the future. Miss Zhao, the last step of the plan is that you have to go somewhere even I won't be able to find. The ideal scenario is not to meet up again. However, if we're destined to meet again, maybe we will meet somewhere in the world. Oh, a while ago my father-in-law won 4 cruise tickets. My in-laws don't like to travel far, so I gave one to Miss Shen. And I wish to give the last one to you. You've been in town for such a long time, you should go out and relax. Dr. Ye, the infusion bottle is almost ready. Okay, I'll change it right away. I'm sorry, it's autumn and there are many patients in the clinic. I'm overwhelmed. Miss Xiao, thank you for your kindness, but it's okay. I'll reserve it for you. Tell me if you want to go one day. Sure, thank you. She was a respectable person. She was not only saving herself, but me as well. I didn't understand that at the time, but it was too late when I did. After she died, I told myself I should try and leave. She wouldn't want you to leave in this way. But I'm the type of person that can't move forward without being pushed. And when I finally decided to move forward, I realized I was still trapped. You obviously had the opportunity to get in the train before I showed up. Officer Lin, do you see the mountains ahead? They're like piled up ashes. When I stare at them, I feel an indescribable confusion and fear. Maybe they're just a mass of lifeless ashes, or maybe they're still smouldering inside. I feel as though I can see my biological parents. Their figures are vague. They are wandering through the mountains like ghosts. Their mouths are open and they are calling out. Maybe calling my name. But I've forgotten my original name long ago. I didn't understand until then that I'm homeless. There isn't any place for me in the world. A home that was once warm, the people who can accompany me. I've been buried in these mountains of ashes. Dr. Ye, do you have any questions? I have no more questions. I only have one request. Officer Lin, please forget the conversation that just happened. I'm the criminal who killed 3 Tian family members and caused Zhao to commit suicide. Ye Jingshan, you're suspected of arson and desecration of a human corpse. You're under arrest in accordance with the law. You have the right to remain sexy. After re-investigation, the police discovered Ye Jingshan falsified the evidence of him killing the Tian family. The identity of the burned corpse was also confirmed. It was Wang Jingshai, the owner of the small store, so the body we looked at the start. Ye Jingshan was prosecuted for arson, desecration of a human corpse, and falsifying evidence. The Chan family murder case was back to its original state. The case was closed again. Actually, I still have one more question for Ye. I want to know if another person was also involved in his plan. I don't think you will answer this question. I also have my own answer. I will keep this answer in my heart forever. Lixun, what do you see this time? There is nothing but a blank white space. Where is the hearse carrying your father? I didn't continue to chase the hearse. I stopped and watched it, until it disappeared from my sight. Why didn't you chase it? I just saw the miseries in the world. I also saw souls struggling painfully in it. I shouldn't have chased after my dad's honour and glory. There are still people suffering at the bottom of the dark abyss. That's where I should go. There are several announcements posted on the public bulletin board. A volunteer teacher of Xingtan Primary School, Sheng Xingshui, has passed away at the age of 27, hereby notified, Culture and Education Office of Xingtan Town Government. No, Miss Shen. Recently, Xinghai Times has reported on the tomb robbery in Xingtan Town, which has caused an outcry. Xinghai Times reporter conducted a secret investigation and found a tomb robbery syndicate led by Tian that had existed for a long time and had engaged in tomb robbery and sales of cultural relics. As the tomb robbery cases surfaced, the cultural relic trades exposed were even shocking. According to the ledger, which was made public by Xinghai Times, there were hundreds of buyers. Currently, the Xinghai municipal government has gathered forces from all walks of life to protect Xingtan's cultural relics and crack down on illegal and criminal activities. Wow. A few days ago, someone found this letter downstream. It's completely damaged after being soaked in water. To Xinghai Times editorial office, Xinghai City, was written on the envelope. It was signed by Shen Xingshui. The letter is soaked and damaged. It's impossible to read what was written. We speculate, based on the fragmentary content, that this is a resignation letter. Miss Shen probably wanted to quit her job at the press and stay here to continue teaching. However, this letter didn't make it to the destination. Oh. Miss Shen's funeral is being held in town today. According to the custom here, there will be fireworks at the funeral. People believe fireworks can help missing souls find their way. This is a funeral without the body of the deceased. Sounds absurd. But if we spend 2, 3, 5, 10 years looking for Miss Shen, who would hold a funeral for her by then? Will anyone remember her? Mrs. Shen. Or Miss Shen. Epilogue. Like tears in rain. Okay, so that was Firework. I think it wrapped up quite nicely. I was very confused in the last third of the game. I was really struggling to piece things together. Lots of names being thrown about, and especially when the story tells you that, oh, this is what happened, and then 5 minutes later go, oh wait, new evidence has come to light. You're like, oh, come on, man, I just spent so much brain power to figure out the story you're telling me and to make sense of it. Oh. But anyway, thoroughly enjoyed that. That was good. I wish to thank my family and friends who offered me generous help in the development of this game. Thank you to all the players, streamers, media, and developers. And finally, I wish to say thank you to everyone who plays Firework. I hope you can find something valuable in this journey. Thank you. Yeah, it's nice to play games that aren't just RPG, city management, roguelite, deck builders, first-person shooters. It's nice to go back to games like this every now and then. So yeah, that was Firework. See you in a bit.